Welcome back. Watch as Ken's 5 Chief Meteorologist Bill Taylor talks about his first TV job, who helped develop his trek into weather, and what brought him to Texas.
I know you said maybe you were kind of shy, but what was like a turning point for you to come out of your shell? And
I think the move.
The move?
You know, I moved a lot when I was young. It wasn't military. My parents divorced, and you know, just family things that forced us to move probably about 5-6 times when I was young. That helped, you know, because I was the new kid a lot. And so you learned how to make friends, learned how to, you know, become what people, you know, were expecting. So that was good and bad, you know, because it took me a little longer to find myself because I was becoming what you wanted just so that I could be accepted, you know. But then you grow up and you start, okay, I don't like doing that. This is what I like. And you start having confidence in that. And so that happened. But it was late. Right? I mean, I was in Louisiana by then, and then I went on camera and someone saw it, and I started doing weekends, and I started gaining that confidence, and, you know, and I think it all just kind of blossomed out of that. So it was really the moves, and then I think the move to Louisiana was the big, you know, enlightenment.
Were there any challenges in that first TV job?
Oh, I was scared to death. Yeah, because in weather, when you look into the camera, there's no prompter. You see yourself, and you see the effect behind you. You don't see the green wall. So when I walked on that first night, and I'll never forget, Lisa Stewart was the anchor, and Bill Taylor's joining us, a new member of the Channel 7 team. And I'm like, hi, Lisa, nice to meet you. And it's wonderful to be a part of the team. Let's go to the weather. And so, you know, you see the map first, and then we walk on, right? And I had this like hunch, and I look, and I see myself, I see my name. I couldn't swallow, I couldn't breathe. Your heart is just pounding, pounding. But, you know, just like every day, I was doing it every day. And then I got the morning show there, and I was still doing weekends. So it was 1993, and there I was, morning show, meteorologist and co-host, and weekend weather. So I was on 7 days a week. That was and I'll never forget, contract, $13,500 a year.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it wasn't the 40s. I mean, it's 1993.
Oh my
you know?
goodness.
So it was like, okay, you better learn.
Yeah.
And you better learn how to, you know, love it, because I'm living at home and making it happen. But I think it was just a matter of doing. And again, that little shy boy just went away.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome.
It took some time.
So, do you have any mentors that you look up to in meteorology, or did you, or someone that's really pushed you, you know?
I think Mark Skirto was one of the first ones. I mean, I really have to hand him all the credit there. He got me so interested in the weather, and he was University of Houston. He was a meteorologist. I mean, a true just scientist, and loved it. And Rich Thomas, another name that doesn't mean anything to anyone here, but chief meteorologist in Montgomery, Alabama, that just enthralled by it, is all in. You know, people that your father, I mean, are all in.
Yes.
You know, it becomes a passion.
Yeah.
Because it's something that grounds all of us. It's the most common denominator of man, the weather.
Right.
You know, we're all the same.
Yeah.
When the earth quakes.
Exactly.
When a Cat 5 hits the coast.
Yeah.
We're all the same. Bill Gates and a homeless guy is the same person. Nothing matters at that moment, right? Because it's so much bigger than we are. And so that was their passion that drove, you could see it and feel it. And so as I learned, it was like pulling that thread. I want more. I just kept going, you know, and you just become so interested in it. I wasn't that child that wanted, you know, to learn more about a tornado when he was 6. That wasn't me. You know, I didn't think about television or news or meteorology until I was a young adult.
So it kind of just fell into your lap.
A bit. It really did. Yeah, because it was a step. I didn't see this process. But I give God the glory of this kind of lead of love that took me through it all. And I didn't know it would end up here. I'm still kind of like, really? This is great. Yeah. Because I get to do it, you know? I get to do it.
That's awesome. So what brought you to Texas?
Ken's 5 came calling in 1996. I was in Montgomery, Alabama, when I had moved there in 90. So 92 I started. 93 I went to Alabama. That was it, because it was 1 year in Lake Charles in television, 6 years total with college and all. But it was 95, you know, I started wanting more. I wanted a bigger market. I wanted competition, because in Montgomery it was really kind of a one-horse town with TV. You know, we were the one NBC affiliate. there were some other, and they did a couple shows local newscast-wise, but not enough to compete with us.
Yeah.
So I wanted, you know, I felt the wheels spinning, and I started sending tapes out. And Charlotte, North Carolina, and San Antonio were the two that, you know, I was willing and able to consider. But San Antonio was closer to Mom.
Yeah.
At the time was in Lake Charles, Louisiana, so she was going to be closer, you know. And my wife and I, that's where we met, Lake Charles. And so I said, okay, San Antonio really, this looks really cool. And I mean, I felt.
Bill Taylor was open to new possibilities and building his on-air confidence. He overcame his shyness, honed his skills, and developed his meteorology knowledge to become the leading face of KENS 5 weather. His story is inspiring. I'm Angelique Garcia. Thanks for watching. Remember, stay in touch and keep your eyes on the stars.